Hi. And welcome to the Akashic Records Academy. I am your Akashic Records consultant and trainer, Karishma Manchanda. Today, let us explore some of the unique ways to access the Akashic Records. I often get this question, especially from students before they enroll on my courses to become an Akashic Records consultant. Their question is, can anyone access the Akashic Records? And my answer is yes. Today, I am going to teach you how to do that. I am going to give you not one but 4 different methods that you can use. There is one fixed method. You may try all these 4 unique ways of accessing your Akashic Records and then choose which one resonates the most with you. It is important to know that there is no right or wrong way of accessing the records. And if somebody tells you there is only one way and you need to do it just like that, exactly as prescribed, then all I can say is that is not true. There are multiple ways in which people access these records. Each Akashic Records teachers gifted by a unique method by their masters based on their abilities and the frequency they radiate. It also depends on what kind of audience are they going to influence as a part of their soul plan. I am going to give you 4 methods that you can try, as I passionately believe that person should have the access to this divine wisdom. Our Akashic Records help us receive guidance and imbibe higher wisdom for our life. The information from the Akasha helps us to improve our life situation and make better choices. It also encourages us to imbibe the lessons we are here to learn, and this further helps us to improve and heal, to become a better version of ourselves. Whatever it is that you need to be healed will be revealed to you as downloads from the Akashic realm. It is also important to note that you do not need to be a spiritual or religious person, nor do you need to practice meditation every day. You do not need to follow any specific diet. In plain simple words, you are not required to do anything specific or have any specific skills to be able to access the Akashic Records. All that is required for you is to just be you. Just do not judge the information you receive, do not analyze the process. Simply let it flow. It is important to note that you need to assume this is going to work for you. If you assume and have set the right intent, then you are going to make this your reality. Any doubts about the records or your capability to access these records will hinder the energies and stop the free flow of information that will otherwise come through. So, just put your mind to the side, your analytical, critical mind or the ego self, and pretend for the time that you want to go into the records. Just trust the process that this will work for you. You use it as an experiment. Simply play with the process. So, now that you have understood their purpose, let us dive into the 4 methods of accessing your Akashic Records. The first method is the use of a specific prayer. Linda Howe calls it her pathway prayer. Similarly, various other Akashic Records teachers teach a sacred prayer to open the Akashic Records. And you close the Akashic Records with a separate part of the prayer. Also, there are different versions of this prayer. You can also see which one resonates with you the most. The second method is what I teach. It is an extension of the prayer method. I call it the vibrational keys. Here you have an opening prayer as your first vibrational key. Then you have the second vibrational key that helps you find answers. The third vibrational key helps you transmute that karma to heal your soul across time, space, and dimensions. Some students also ask, is it important to speak the prayer aloud? The answer is yes. It is so because the vibrations of the words you speak have a unique frequency that resonates with the consciousness of your mind. Generally, reading aloud at least for the first few times of accessing the records is important. Once your mind gets attuned to this frequency, you may slowly switch over to silently reading the prayer in your mind. And yes, it is not critical to learn these vibrational keys by heart. Some people need an additional push, which I offer with a guided meditation to establish your connection with the Akashic Records before you start using these vibrational keys. Having a clear intent of what you wish to retrieve from the records is critical. This is particularly important as well as you see there is so much information that you cannot get all of that at once. Therefore, you need to be extremely specific with the question you ask, using the second vibrational key. Now some people feel that there are teachers and masters in the Akashic realm, and they direct their questions to the teachers and masters. While this works for some, for most this concept of masters, or a template or a library does not work well. These records are stored in the Akasha, the fifth element of existence, the other four being fire, air, water, and earth. This fifth element called Akasha is nothing but the Creator's consciousness that permeates through everything. Thus, I teach students to access this Creator's consciousness directly, revealing the information straight from the source of all that is. There is another set of people. Such people get the information from their spirit guides or other energetic beings. While it works for most, I avoid advocating this method. In my practice, I have observed many students getting connected with wayward or disembodied spirits that disguise as spirit guides, and eventually hook their energy into people's aura. This can be extremely dangerous as they act as psychic vampires. Initially, they may assist with the information, but later eventually they start making stories and creating complications in their energies, eventually making them create more karma with others due to false and incorrect information. Just like we have beings of light, we also have beings of darkness who are mischievous and do not hold anything of light within them. So, if you end up anchoring such energy, it may become difficult to get rid of them later, especially when you are not even aware that they have hooked you in. Thus, I always advise connecting with the highest source of consciousness that exists, which is the Creator itself. The fourth method available is by tuning into the frequency of the Akashic Records. The difference between this method and what I teach is that in my method, I advise connecting with the records first with the help of a guided meditation. That helps you align your chakras as well as connect you to the Creator's consciousnesses directly. You then use the 3 vibrational keys. This method is different because you do not use any vibrational key. You find a guided meditation that helps you access the Akashic Records using the visualization technique. By getting into a trance-like hypnotic state with such meditations, you visualize and explore the Akashic Records. This method works well if you enjoy spending time calming yourself with the breath work and then slowly moving into the Akashic Records. And once you are there, you can ask your questions and receive the answers. You can do that while seated or lying down, with your eyes closed. Whatever you receive, I advise you to write it down once you are out of the trance. This is to help you recall and remember everything afterwards. In the end, all can say is that you must access the records with the right intent. You must be your intention into the universe. Since everything is energy, and your intention is energy too, the universe will respond to this energy. To be honest, with all the methods out there, it is always your intent that opens the records. The rest of the process does not matter much. I invite you to find the process that best resonates with you and explore the energies and the frequencies of the Akashic Records in a light-hearted way. Just be curious and playful. Do not be too serious and certainly do not put too much pressure on yourself to access the records. If you are unable to download the information right away, try sometime later. At times, using incense or sage or holding on to certain crystals that help you establish your connection with the records and strength of your intuition can help. Just know that if you put your doubts to the side, you can always experience the magic of Akashic Records. Just like anything in the universe, you too are made of all these 4 elements, including the 5th element. So, this information is not alien to you. This Akashic consciousness is also a part of your existence. You just need to suspend your critical mind and release your judgments. This whole issue lies in trusting yourself and having this innate connection with the Creator. It is a process that many have struggled with. So, the trust that if you have not got it the first time, you will develop this connection gradually. The Akashic Records are a part of you. They are your soul's story, your soul's energy. So, they are all in here, within you. You already have all that knowledge and wisdom. All you need to learn is how to access this information. I wish you success in trying this, and if you do not experience anything for the first time that you enter the records, that is okay. You can always try it the second time and the third time with an open, playful, lighthearted attitude and then see what happens. I will see you next time.